Welcome to December's video, and happy holidays a little early. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, kiss my ass, kiss your ass, kiss his ass. Yes, I know, I had to do my Chevy Chase, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, slightly modified National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation thing there. But anyways, in the last video, which was also my channel trailer, we didn't get very far with we sort of got far with the IBM ThinkPad T22. We successfully replaced the broken display. However, both the CMOS battery and optical drives are dead in this laptop. So, for today's video, this will be part 2 of this saga. So, number 1, let's just jump right into business here. I'm going to go ahead and open this up, take the battery out, and I have here a replacement CMOS battery. So we're going to go ahead and pull this out of its box. Just have to find out where to cut the seal here. Use my screwdriver to do it, and yes, today is actually the day I'm going to be moving to Bradley, so I'm taking the day off work for this. Just check one thing really quickly here. Okay. I was going to say, I probably should keep my phone on me because I am sort of on call for the day though, so I forgot about that before I started recording the video. So anyways, go ahead and pull our... Oh, that's nice. The screw is missing. Lovely. Well, that's okay, because, I mean, these things... But it would be nice if we had the screw in there. So, it's got to... I believe these just pull out like this. Yep. Pull up like this. And then this whole caddy just slides out. And then from here, make sure I get it in the viewfinder. Pull the old, dead CMOS battery out. Just like this. And we put our new battery in, just like so. And we'll go ahead and route the cables through, just like this. And yes, I am cooking breakfast as we speak. Did I mention I'm a hardcore multitasker? Yeah, I multitask quite a bit. I've become quite adept at it. If you were not adept at multitasking, I can definitely teach you how to become an avid multitasker. There we go. Put that into position. And these things can be kind of a pain, but I believe, because that went like that, actually, yep, okay, that's exactly how it needs to go. All right. Put that in just like that. And then this just slides in, kind of like this, Zisto, just like the Twitch streamer. There we go. Alright, I don't think that's in. Forgive me, it's been a while since I've worked on a ThinkPad that had a CMOS battery kind of like this. They're pretty easy to replace usually, but you want to make sure it's in all the way, because, yeah. Oh, you know why? I see why, because that wire came loose. So, get that out of there. That wire's in the way. Put that like that. Yeah, it's got to go under there. There we go. Yeah, whoever manufactured this battery did not do a very good job with the wires, because they're a little bit too long. And I do apologize if I seem kind of dry this morning. It's because, well, let's just say sinus headache. Yay. Yeah, for anyone who's had a sinus headache, you'll know exactly how I feel right now. But hey, I mean, you guys want me to do a video. You guys wanted a video? You got one. Alright, so pull the old optical drive out. And we'll go ahead and put the new one in. Just gotta cut through this. This is sort of going to be a quick video for December. There will be another video going up at the end of the month for Christmas time. Well, Hanukkah time for me. But yeah, this is supposed to just be like a kind of a quickie. So there we go. And now we'll go ahead and put the main battery back in. Plug this sucker in. And I believe my XP CD... Oh, you know what? My XP CD's in here. Hold on, let me get a paperclip. Stupid me. Oh, golly. It's too, you know, I am a morning person, but, you know what I just realized? I may be a morning person, but, my golly, you know, it's because I literally cannot remember to do anything. I've been rushing this morning because I'm trying to multitask, so please forgive me. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, this is what happens when you're trying to multitask. So much for being a multitasking expert. Anyways, we'll go ahead and set the new date and time because, yeah, we just put a new CMOS battery in. I just went ahead and replaced the optical drive too. Oh my gosh. You see, kids, this is why you shouldn't multitask when you're doing a video. Or do it when you're supposed to be on call in terms of emails. But the good thing is I got my phone right here, so if an email comes in, and so far the only ones that have come in have been pretty trivial, yeah, I can just respond to it, but I have to pause the video or cut out sections, but who cares? Okay, let's go ahead and fix the date and time first. We've got our new CMOS battery in. Cannot use this function here. All right, because you have to use F2, and that's right. Forgot you have to use F5, sorry, not F2, F5 and F6 to change the date and time. So set the date. I don't care about the time. Let's save changes and exit is F10. Yeah, see, I'm not used to a BIOS like this. Anyways, let's boot off the CD this time. And this is, I actually just realized I got a DVD drive instead of a CD drive. Ooh. So I could actually, if I wanted to, I could install Windows Vista on here. So let's hope that this drive actually freaking works. Because evidently, this drive does not. Because it was unable to read the disk the last time we attempted to boot from it. Yeah. So let's see what this drive does, if anything. This is taking too long. I'm getting worried. Something tells me this is going to fail. You see, the other thing about in IT is when you're pessimistic about something. Oh, there we go. Yeah, when you're pessimistic about something, it works, but when you're optimistic, it doesn't work. So sometimes pessimism actually is advantageous. There we go. Press any key to boot from CD. Don't you dare blue screen on me or this computer is getting thrown out the window. Alright. Well, oh. For a second I thought that was the BSOD. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. It's like, you kidding me, dude? But there we go. I'm also trying to make breakfast during this, so yeah, I'm actually, well, I mean, multitasking is still the same as the right word, but I'm sort of like try-tasking because, yeah, I'm cooking breakfast as we speak as well. So yeah, kids, this is what I do when I make my YouTube videos. This is literally why I usually only get to uploading once a month, and there's so many hiatuses with my Let's Plays, because this is literally my life. This is how busy I am. So if you're wondering, kids, why Ben doesn't upload so as often as he used to, it's because this is what happens when you have a full-time job, you've got your own small personal business. And yeah, you're just trying to, you know, not squeak by, but, you know, make ends meet, get your chores done, be organized, do well at work. You guys get the idea. So, make my eggs here. I'm making poached eggs this morning. And I've got to be at my new apartment at 3, so this will be the last video, well, one of the last videos, recorded in the West Orange apartment before I officially move out of my hometown of West Orange. Anyways. Okay, well, this drive at least sounds healthier than the other drive, but because if you guys remember, that last drive was just, ugh, did not sound good at all. Alright, well, I'm going to be doing a lot of jump cuts because you guys have probably seen Windows XP get installed about 10 million times at this point. I'm just going to re-record this part because I just want to see if it'll actually freaking copy the files. And by the way, I was wrong. That's actually a 24-speed CD-ROM drive. Well, this is a 24-speed DVD-ROM drive. But yeah, obviously it's an IDE interface. And yes, I know someone actually told me in the comments that, hey, you probably, you know, yes, format. Yeah, that the disk might be bad, but let me tell you something, Sonny, here. I've used this Windows XP disk numerous times to install Windows XP on Professional on about over 20 computers, okay? Just after the incident with this computer, I tested this disk on one of my ultra-mobile PCs with an external drive and had 0 issues whatsoever. So you cannot tell me that this disk is bad. But the drive was bad. Anyways, this is where it got hung up last time, and so far it's not off. Okay, see? I told you, pessimism can help sometimes. I was going to say we're not off to a good start, and there you go. See? Being pessimistic when it comes to computers can really help. And it didn't get this far last time. So yeah, it was definitely that. Well, actually, did it get past driver.cab? Let's see. Driver.cab is a big file, so let's see what happens. If it doesn't get past this, then I'm going to have to order myself. Actually, no, it wouldn't be worth it. What am I... Jesus, Ben, what did you just say in the last video? The PCMCIA card slots, both slots are dead. They don't even initialize when you plug in a PCMCIA card. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to leave it at a lost cause at this point if this still fails, because I just really hope it's not a motherboard issue. But, okay, well, it got past driver.cab. Okay. I know I'm probably going to jinx it by saying this. You guys have probably seen Windows XP get installed 10 million times on YouTube. I don't think I need to bore you and go through the monotonous process of, you know, going through the Windows XP setup. So I will come back when we get to the GUI portion of setup. Or you know what? Actually, you know what? No. For your viewing pleasure, I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up and play music. And we'll come back when we're in the GUI portion of setup. Commence fast forwarding. Okay, we have reached the GUI portion of setup. Yay! Now I just need to get the freaking product key because this is Windows, and as Bertrand Serlet always said, it has this well-loved feature called activation. Or if I actually want to sound like Bertrand Serlet, oh my gosh, hold on. See kids, this is why Ben, I think I've already said this, but this is why Ben doesn't upload as often as he used to, because he's so frickin' busy and can't always get to everything at one time. Alright, let me get my product key here. There we go. Okay. So I've got the key ready to punch in. And I'm going to eat breakfast because, yeah, I have not eaten this morning. And, yeah, so you and me together while I eat. You know what? I'm just going to speed this up, hopefully. And there is hard drive activity, but let's hope this actually frickin' works. Unlike the Dell fiasco. Anyways, commence fast forwarding. Oh, that's funny. It actually detected the modem. So we are in the United States. Our area code is 732. If you dial a number to get to an outside line, which I do not, we'll just go ahead and put this standard settings. So now we'll select the Eastern time zone. Just thought I'd do a pause in the fast forwarding here because, yeah, apparently Windows got the modem driver because it just asked me what kind of modem I've got. It's actually AM. All right, continuing onward, carry on my wayward Windows XP. Here we go. Now, interestingly enough, I'm actually going to go ahead and not fast forward here because while it installs the network, if it asks me what kind of network I have, then that usually means that it got the network drivers. Oh, one more thing. If you guys want a free Windows XP volume license product key, if I can get it up to the camera. There you go. Merry Christmas. And Happy Hanukkah. For me. Anyways, yeah. That's the product key I use. You'll have to find the ISO yourself, but there's myriad Windows XP ISOs on archive.org, but if you need a key, use that one because that's the key I use for XP Professional Volume License with Service Pack 3. You're welcome. That hard drive is sounding a little bit rusty. Oh, yep. It's asking me what kind of network I've got. So we'll do typical settings. We will not be joining a domain. All right, there we go. So I guess it did get the NIC driver. Yay. So that makes Snappy Driver Installer a heck of a lot easier. Anyways, back to fast forwarding. Hey guys, Ben from the future here in Bradley. So yeah, no, I didn't really get a Spanish BSOD, but basically, yeah, at this point my cat bumped into the tripod and the video stopped recording, and I only realized this during editing. So yeah, and the worst part about it was the title.wma theme actually did play because we had the sound drivers. So I basically did my best to try to find the footage, but unfortunately, it's just not there. And I wanted you guys to see the second part of the video, so I'm going to throw in a bonus, a little holiday bonus. I'm going to throw in a video that was meant to be uploaded several months ago, but was never uploaded. This is a video of my HP Mini 1000 netbook, which I never uploaded, because I just didn't think it really met my quality standards for YouTube. But you know what? Screw it. I feel like I did a disservice to you guys even though it was my cat who bumped into the camera, stinking Lila, you little stinker. Anyways, she's over there in her bed right now. But yeah, I just figured, since this is related to Windows XP, here's another video related to Windows XP. Enjoy. So for June's video, I have, you guessed it, yet another computer video. I know you guys are getting sick of the computer videos, and I will do some more video game videos in the near future. I do have plans to finish the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game, but with how my schedule's been, I've really only had time to record these computer videos. But rest assured, I will finish SpongeBob SquarePants movie if I can find my Wii. Because I think I lost my Wii in the move, but hey, I think I still have the memory cards, so I could still buy a GameCube and still be okay. Anyways, enough chit-chat. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of June's video. So what do I have here, you may ask? Well, this is yet another netbook. Now you're probably saying, Ben, haven't you had enough netbooks? Well, I'll be honest, yes. Now, as you may know, I have told this story on my channel before. Back in 2009, I always wanted one of these, a Dell Inspiron Mini 9 netbook. And you know what my parents said? I went to my parents and I said, Mom, Dad, I'd like the Dell Mini 9. And do you know what they said? They said, no! Yep. Well, actually, it's funny. A funny story, they actually wrote a contract and said that if I made the AB honor roll in 5th grade, which I did, that I would get the Dell Mini 9. Although I did not get the Dell Mini 9. Instead, I got a Toshiba Satellite A305 S6905, which if you really want to hear how shrill my voice sounded when I was a kid, when I was a 12-year-old kid, maybe I'll put a link to that video up in the cards. I don't even remember if I made it private or what I did with it, but no one liked it, and it was just me being a dumb kid. So, yeah, I would not recommend checking that out. Unless you like to listen to kids, blabber on and be quirky and all that, and eccentric and all that good stuff. I mean, I'm not saying being eccentric is bad, but, kids are kids, but, whatever. I beat myself up too much. Anyways, this was another netbook that I wanted. So in case I couldn't get the Dell Mini 9, this would have been my other alternative, the HP Mini 1000 netbook. Now, where did I get this, you may ask? Simple answer, eBay. How much did I pay? $25. You know why? The seller had no idea if this thing even worked, and because he didn't have a power adapter. Luckily, I happen to have a power adapter that's compatible with it, and I don't have another notebook that uses that power adapter, so I thought I'd put it to good use and buy the HP Mini 1000. Again, this is untested, so I want to see if this thing works. I plugged in the charger about a day ago, and yeah, the charge light came on. It looks like the battery may be fully charged. Have no idea if the battery is any good, probably not, but the computer looks to be overall in pretty darn good condition. I mean, for an 8.9-inch netbook, and, typical specs, Atom N270, 1.6 gigahertz, gigabyte of RAM. This one has a 16 gig SSD, and it originally would have come with Windows XP Home Edition, although on the bottom you'll see here that somebody, if I can, just try not to knock stuff over here, you can see that somebody ripped off the certificate of authenticity. So maybe they put Linux on here and just said F you to Windows. I mean, I don't know. But you know what? We're going to find out together. So, but before I do that, let's take a look at the computer itself. I'm going to unhook the AC adapter, and we're going to take a look at this unit. So, come on, camera, don't do this to me. Oh my gosh, yes, and I know I may be getting a new camera soon, just a heads up. So on the left-hand side, we have a headphone microphone combo jack, as you can tell by the by the TRS jack. It has both a headphone icon and a microphone icon. This, I believe, is the proprietary video out, which you can connect an adapter to go to VGA out. USB 2.0 port here, DC in jack here, cooling vent here. On the other side, we've got another USB 2.0 port here. There's a cover here, which I did remove, but there was nothing behind it, so. And of course, the SD card slot here, which does support SDHC cards. And I just dropped the adapter, or the knockout plug. Blank, that's the word I was looking for. Jeez, I can't English today. Anyways, so that's pretty much all you get. The battery is actually right here. It kind of reminds me of those early MacBook Pro batteries, and then the RAM is under this door here. So speaking of batteries, oh, and I forgot to show the inside of the laptop. Right, can't forget that. So you got basically your 10 keyless QWERTY keyboard there, trackpad, pretty standard, your 8.9-inch screen, and a sucky webcam. The trackpad buttons are actually on the sides, so that does take some getting used to. Oh, and also on the front you have your power switch here and your wireless switch over here. So now it's time to boot this up. Now I have a project that I'm going to do with this laptop. I'll discuss more once we find out if it works or not. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, push the power switch the wrong way. And, well, we got lights. Screen's going to be shattered, let me guess. No, okay. Screen works. All right, well, we at least know that this is a functional computer because we got video, we got power, so that's good. The date and time are correct. That's good. No passwords have been set, thankfully. Wow, this is the most stripped down BIOS I've ever seen. Literally, there's like hardly any options aside from the language, the boot order. You can do, it does support Pixie booting. That's kind of nice. You set delays, boot device priority. Wow. There's a built-in memory test, so if you suspect bad RAM, you can run that. That's something. All right, well, this is what, this looks like an award, or no, I'm an idiot, American Megatrends, yeah. I have actually never seen an American Megatrends BIOS be this stripped down. I guess HP just didn't want you messing with stuff on this computer. It is a low-cost netbook after all, but still. Let's see if this will boot into anything. Aha! Windows XP. Let me guess, it's going to boot to a BSOD. That's why they got rid of it, right? That's why they ripped off the COA on the bottom, right? Oh? Oh, we got a cursor. Password? No! Wow. That's amazing. Oh, that cheerful Windows XP startup sound. Oh, how well, you know, it's a funny story, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate comments for saying this. I was never a fan of Windows XP. I'm sorry, I just wasn't. You know why? I had nothing but problems with Windows XP. Out of memory errors, random DLL errors, procedure entry point not found errors, and they didn't impede my ability to use my computer, but I just get random errors. No disk errors, errors galore. I know people love Windows XP and cherish it to this day. I kind of like, I know I'm going to sound insane for saying this, but I liked Vista better. I liked Vista, even Windows 2000 had some of those problems too. Now don't get me wrong, Windows 2000 and XP were both very stable OSs, but it was the random errors that I would get. And I never figured out why they kept coming up. But anyways, let's take a look at what we've got on here. So the camera is pretty much zoomed in as far as I can go. Let me just try not to get in the way of the camera here. Move my satchel out of the way. And let's do some digging on this. Oh, by the way, there's also a touchpad disable button, as is common on most HP laptops. So this is going to take some getting used to. Wireless networks detected. Maybe this might be the original installation of Windows. Max is the name on this. So Max, I now have your computer, apparently. They turned off show window contents while dragging. And yeah, this would appear to be the original installation of Windows XP Home Edition. Service Pack 3. It's got the OEM information down here, so this is most likely the original installation. So I will definitely be preserving that. There's Google Chrome on here. There's a link to Gmail, Yahoo. What's in the recycle bin? Do I even want to know? If I can click it. Okay, apparently I'm having trouble clicking. Oh, yikes. Okay, so there is some personal information like Zach's 18th birthday. This laptop, wait, my Florida. This laptop came from Florida? Well, I used to live in Florida, and I hated every waking moment of living down there because, my parents moved there when I was 6, and now even they're thinking about leaving Florida for many reasons. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm offending people from Florida, but it just wasn't home to me, and no change of seasons, and there's just all sorts of reasons why I left. I won't bore you with those now. We're talking about the computer, so I'm not going to bore you with that. It looks like I got Internet Explorer 8 and a copy of Microsoft Word Office XP. Adobe Reader 9 is on here. So, yeah, I'll take a look at some of the programs. Yeah, this would appear to be Spybot. Dude, I haven't seen that in 10 years, man. Search and destroy. Looks like Office Silverlight's on here. It's an old version of Java. Java. Yeah, I know, some of my J's sound like CH sounds. Microsoft Works, which is corrupted. Migo Mobile, what's that? No idea what that is. Let's head over to AppWiz. Oh, someone already typed in app. Somebody else knew their run commands just like me. Alright, well let's head over to AppWiz and see what we got on here. Probably a bunch of bloat. But let's see. I actually didn't see too much bloatware in the start menu, so... oh, they've got updates turned on. Let's disable those so we can just see programs. So let's just say no updates. Yeah. It's trying. Well, evidently attempting to uncheck show updates has crashed add or remove programs. And this, kids, is why I can't stand Windows XP. Actually, no, it didn't crash. For some reason, it just wouldn't let me do that. Let's try again. Okay, I don't want to show updates. Can we please get rid of the updates? Oh, boy. See, even in Windows Vista, I know I don't have problems like this. Oh, there we go, okay. Sorry to knock on XP. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that, but I'm just being honest with you guys. I never had luck with Windows XP, so it looks like just a bunch of drivers. I don't really see, it looks like they removed a lot of the bloatware on here. Let's see how big that hard drive is. Oh wow, 16 gigabytes. We have a little over a gigabyte free. Yeah, it's not nearly enough room to install Windows Vista, but there's a point to this project, as you'll see. Lastly, we'll see, oh yeah, there's personal documents here. Mom's first experiment. Don't delete this. I don't want to open that because I'm afraid it'll have personal information. Rick's Resort Pass. There's a Works processor document on here, which I can't open because it's not... Oh yeah, they left all their... I'm just going to cover the camera because there might be some personal photos on here. Yep. Yeah, there's images, there's pictures of the original owner on here. I don't want to show that, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to show that. But yeah, so yeah, I definitely want to... But I still want to preserve this installation of Windows, this OEM installation of XP. Although this one's not as memorable because it doesn't have all the bloats, if you will. Let's go to disk management. Let's see if there's a recovery partition on here. There is not. I'm honestly not surprised though because this computer only has a 16 gigabyte hard disk, so to be honest, it's probably the reason that HP didn't even bother putting a recovery partition on here. That or somebody deleted the recovery partition if there ever was one on here. But yeah, so that's pretty much the laptop, and that battery actually seems to be holding a charge. I'm impressed. I have 84% battery remaining, so that's pretty impressive. Now, of course, I think this is only a 3-cell battery, so obviously you're not going to get a ton of battery life out of this thing. But hey, I mean, it's definitely, again, it's really nice to have one of these because, you know, back in the late 2000s during the netbook craze, I really wanted either a Dell Mini 9 or one of these. Don't ask me why. I guess I just jumped on the netbook craze bandwagon. So now you're probably thinking, okay, Ben, so you got a cheap netbook. What are you gonna do with it? Well, I'm gonna go meet Plane Rock 124 out in Arizona and destroy the hell out of this thing, right? No, I'm kidding. Anyways, here's what I'm gonna do. We have a couple things. Let me zoom the camera out so because you guys have seen pretty much everything on this. We're going to install 2 things. Number one of these, a King Spec 64 gig SSD. And it already has an SSD, but I want a bigger SSD because the next item will require such an SSD. And that is, yep, I have another copy of Windows Vista Home Basic. You could probably tell me I basically have a collection of Windows Vista copies at this point. I know, I'm hoarding Windows, I know, send help, I'm hoarding copies of Vista. So anywho, so yeah, that'll pretty much conclude this first section of the video. And if you're curious why there was never a second part to that, well, it's because I realized I'm a freaking idiot, and the HP Mini 1000 does not take a standard ZIF SSD, or it takes a ZIF SSD, but it's not a standard 1.8-inch drive. It's a proprietary SSD, and you needed like a run core SSD if you wanted to upgrade it. And unfortunately, that's no longer available. So I did actually end up putting Windows Vista on that computer, but I just used the internal 16 gig drive, and now it has about like 4 gigs free after installing Vista Home Basic. So long story short, I know I bashed XP in there. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say I hate Windows XP, I just didn't really care for it, honestly. And even though it was my first OS, you know what? Or my first childhood OS, you know what? Still holds a special place in my heart. Windows XP, you're awesome. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. They help out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye. And remember, love your Windows XP. No, I'm kidding. Love whichever version of Windows you want. Just don't say Windows 8 or you'll be excommunicated from the tech industry, from the tech world. Anyways, guys, take care. Good night.